Welcome to today's class, and in this lesson we will talk about writing IELTS Task 2. Why we are starting from the IELTS Writing Task 2? Because you need to know that the IELTS Writing Task 2 has the higher number of your band score. That's why it's very important to write clearly, to have a strategy writing your IELTS Writing Task 2. Because if you don't have a strategy during your real exam, you might waste your time on sitting and trying to understand what are you going to write about. However, if you would have a strategy, if you would know the types of essay and the structure of each of these essay, you would easily write your essay in your time limit. In this video, I would like to share with you with 5 simple steps to write your IELTS Writing Task 2 successfully. Of course, you know that for the IELTS Writing Task 2, you would have 40 minutes to write and the word limit is 250 words compared to IELTS Writing Task 1, where you would have just 20 minutes to write the report and just 150 words. It is also usually recommended to start your writing section from the IELTS Writing Task 2. Why? Because for the IELTS Writing Task 2, first you need to have a concentration and your creative energy probably. And you have your creative mind, creative thinking, because for the IELTS Writing Task 2, you usually thinking, describing, expressing some ideas, expressing some examples or your opinion. However, for the IELTS Writing Task 1, you just need to describe the bar chart or line graph or something else. So that's why it's better to start your IELTS writing section from the IELTS Writing Task 2. The first step, which is very important, is reading your task several times. Why? Because when you first will read the task, you would understand the task. But reading the second time, you probably would have some insights. And reading the third time, you would probably have the strategy to write this essay. By reading your task several times, you need to understand what type of essay are you going to write. You need to realize how many paragraphs you would have. For example, the first type of essay is opinion essay. And for the opinion essay, it is preferably to have 5 paragraphs. The next type of essay is discussion essay. And for the discussion essay, you might have 4 or 5 paragraphs. The third type of essay is problem solution essay. And for the problem solution essay, you might have 5 paragraphs. The next type of essay is advantages outweigh the drawbacks. And for this type of essay, it's better to have 5 paragraphs. According to the type of essay, you need to decide immediately how many paragraphs are you going to write. Step number 3, you need to draw your plan. What are you going to write about? From the reading your task, you need to understand the type of essay, how many paragraphs you are going to have, and draw your plan. For example, for the introduction, I'm going to write 3 sentences. For the body paragraph 1, if it is opinion essay, and for the opinion essay, you usually have 5 paragraphs. So here you are drawing your plan. For the first paragraph, I'm going to write the introduction. Introduction would consist 3 sentences. For the first body paragraph, I will write my first agreement with the statement probably. For the third paragraph, I will write my second agreement. For the fourth paragraph, I will write one disagreement statement probably and describe it. And for the last paragraph, I will write the summary. When you are drawing your plan, you might do it mentally, and you also if you're doing paper-based IELTS, you can write your plan on the paper. And even if it is computer-based IELTS, you can draw your plan even on the computer paper. Write one sentence for each paragraph. The next step, it's important to know the number of sentences that you are going to write in each of your paragraph. For example, for the first paragraph, which is introduction, you're usually writing about the introduction of the topic. So for the introductory paragraph, it is recommended to write 3 sentences. For the first sentence, you would write the general idea, the general topic. Sentence number 2, you need to paraphrase the topic with your own words. You need to change the order of the words, change the words itself, and paraphrase the topic. So first, general sentence about the topic. Second, paraphrase the topic. And for the third important sentence, you usually write the thesis sentence. In this third thesis sentence, you usually tell the examiner about the type of essay you are going to write. For example, you may write, I strongly agree with this opinion. My opinion, this statement is correct, or something like that. So in the third thesis sentence, you usually write and tell the reader about the type of essay you are going to write. Or probably another option for the third thesis sentence might be, this essay I am going to write about advantages and disadvantages of, let's say, something. This way you are demonstrating your examiner the type of essay you are going to write. In body paragraph, you can write 4 sentences. For the first sentence, you are writing your idea, main idea. For the second sentence, you are elaborating your idea. You need to say and explain why do you have this idea. For example, if it is opinion essay and you agree with the statement, and in the first body paragraph you are writing why do you agree with the statement. So first you are writing that you agree with the statement, then in the second sentence you are elaborating the supporting ideas. Why do you agree? In the third sentence you usually give the examples. So why you need to, with examples, you need to show why do you agree with this idea. And the fourth sentence, you would usually say the conclusion of the paragraph. So the body paragraph usually would have 4 sentences: main idea, elaborating idea, relevant examples, and the conclusion. So if you would have 3 body paragraphs, you would have 2 agreement, for example, 1 disagreement. And each body paragraph would have 4 sentences. So in the conclusion paragraph, you would usually have 3 or 4 sentences. First sentence, it's usually executive summary. So you are saying the summary of the essay. And the second sentence, you are describing the summary of the essay. And the last sentence, you are making conclusion for the whole essay. So when you will try to align with your plan, when you will read your task several times, 3 times, you would have the idea what type of essay you are going to write. So when you will have an idea, when you will have the idea of your main paragraphs, for example, if you are going to agree the statement, you need to demonstrate 2 ideas of agreement and 1 which is disagreement. If it is advantages and disadvantages, you might write 2 paragraphs about advantages of something and 1 paragraph about disadvantages. And each paragraph you need to know the exact number of sentences you are going to have. And if you have this structure, you don't waste your time on thinking what to write about. You have clear structure of writing your essay, and aligning with the structure, you will definitely write the very clear, very structured, coherent essay with the correct word limit and in the time limit. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this lesson was useful for you. Please practice writing your essays. In this lesson, you would have some examples, some sample tasks for the Ielts writing task 2. Please try to write your essay according to the structure that was described in this video lesson. Thank you so much for watching this lesson.